All right, let's start the introduction again.
Cool. Cool. So, welcome to this thing, Dead Reckoning. It is basically D&D 5e with pirates. Bad dad jokes, tentacles. I forgot about that. It's very important. And bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions. Enough about me, the lawful cube DM who's running this shenanigans. I want to introduce you to my players, and first of all, our special guest, Michelle. Introduce yourself and the character that you are playing, and yeah, race and class.
Hi, my name is Michelle Sealight. The C stands for Crystal, and I'm playing the human gunslinger Calamity. Because, darling, the world can always use a little bit more calamity.
Next, Steve.
I am playing LaForge, the Warforge cleric of the Forge, and 95% of those Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonations are going to be coming from me. So it's time to play a game. It's called Who's Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
Speaking of daddies, next character is will be Claire. Who's your daddy, Claire? No.
Really? Really?
Yes. Yes, this is me.
I'm playing Claire Ancaster. I forgot everything else I was going to say because you made me laugh.
Race and
And
class.
then my mind went, whew!
Race and class.
What?
Race and class.
Half Byron, and I am playing a monk. But I'm not very much of a monkey monk.
Racy class. Huh? Right.
Aaron, you're next.
Hi there, I'm playing Birano de Cognac. He's a human swashbuckler with a very large nose, a short temper, and a passion for drinking and his cousin.
And then Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I am playing Grimace McFeisty. He is a red dragonborn warlock. I've never played a magic character before, so this should be interesting. So right now he's just a bumbling fool as I play him, because so am I.
And last but not least, Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike. I will be playing Velen Thundersoul, the bartender, and also ship captain.
Former bartender now.
Or, the one that can probably steer the ship in the first place.
The only one that can steer the ship.
Hey!
Are you in need of assistance?
All right, now that we're starting to break down to this, let's get into the
Yes.
action. So previously,
One quick thing.
Oh,
The chat said they're here for the tentacles. You've come to the right place.
you have come to the right place.
Aren't we all?
There will be tentacles this episode, or I'll die
Also.
trying.
Go to sit down and eat your supper, and your dinner comes to life.
Lose one
Don't go to
sanity.
the bathroom.
No.
whatever.
So previously in the last episode, we met most of our crew, minus Kelly's character.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Life happens. It's fine. You're here now. We will meet you momentarily. We met the party in sort of a weird reversal of everyone meets at a tavern and gets to go to Claire's wonderful humble abode. Humble as in it is a manor, and one of the wealthiest people in town is good old Lord Ancaster. And we found out that our little alcoholic is actually a princess.
Hey, not a princess, a noble lady.
Oh, okay.
Although that she'll get an even bigger head.
Then that's where you found that you were to attend a wedding of a certain other named character by the name of Roxanne, who turns out to technically, I think, be Virano, a connection to Virano.
Ooh.
And it is taking place on the island of Frontenac, which is a man-made island that you'll need to sail to. You find out that it would take at least one day's sailing, so you decide to stay at the Ancaster abode so that you can get the ship first thing in the morning. It is first thing in the morning.
Ta-da!
I would like all of you, I would like everyone, our guest included, to roll a d6 for me and then tell me what their result is.
Roll a rouse check.
Just a d6, not a rouse check, that's a d10.
I got a
My
5.
brain, for some reason, because I'm playing D&D, I'm like, we're rolling what type of check again?
A regular dice?
Got a 6, maybe?
I rolled
Dues.
a 5.
Whoa.
What was the command again? Roll?
Let's just
D6.
do- roll a d6. Ah, here we go. Okay. Steve, you are the first to wake up.
Obviously.
And it is odd for you being some form or other, because you're a warforged, right? I mean, you let me know. Has your character ever experienced like complete and utter exhaustion that say a human would suffer?
No, not at all.
Well, instead of that, you're feeling sort of like a grind in your gears. It takes a little bit to start up and move, but when you finally do, you're just fine.
Yeah, I'll just stick the screwdriver in there and like rattle it around a little bit. And there's a cat.
As there always is.
Yeah, the Niner has a few.
Birno, you are the next. Are you? I mean, you all wake up at the same time. So Birno, you're the next to wake up. You feel like there's a like weight on your chest and kind of like a weight on your entire body when you wake up in the morning. But when you finally do, like, say, turn your head, everything seems to just go just fine. You're not sure why that is. If you want to do if anyone
Get
wants
up
to do
and
a
stand
medicine
up,
check,
everything's fine.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
It just you seem also a little bit groggy though. That's because y'all were up probably late last night seeing a ghost. Is probably why. Next would be Claire.
Yep.
You wake up like you've had like a mild hangover, but you're used to it so much that it's just like, yeah, okay.
Stupid
Probably
fucking
should have stayed up
ghost
late last
interrupting
night. Probably shouldn't have stayed up late last night.
Stupid fucking ghost interrupting my fucking sleep before I have to go fucking travel with people I barely fucking know.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah. Don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Can relate.
Sorry, Michelle. What was that? What was it you rolled? I forget.
I rolled the 4.
4. Okay, good. You're actually next. Yeah, Calamity. You awake partially fine. Similar, just a slight, like you've had a little bit too much rum, but you shake it off and you're just fine.
I probably fell asleep with a half-drink bottle of rum in my hand. I'm just like, okay.
As a matter of fact, it kind of rolls out of your hand out of the bed. You're bunked in on your ship, by the way. That is right next to port. That is next to the actual Lancaster home. And actually, at that point, someone is sort of knocking on your door. It's your cabin boy, Jim. Like, oi, Captain, it's morning.
Jim. What did I tell you about waking me up?
Only if you don't have more than 3 more than 3 bottles of rum. I counted you had 2.5.
That rounds up, darling.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'll just go get everybody else.
I'm awake now.
Oh damn! Please have mercy. I'm sorry.
Just use your inside voice.
All right. And then cut to Mike's character. You wake up just fine.
Well,
Although you do wonder how you got into bed really quickly, because you don't really have any recollection of going to bed. And you kind of wonder if someone else or anyone else had the same sort of feeling. Because you're kind of on the second floor, and you all went to like the first like foyer landing and saw the thing, and then good morning.
Just another day.
Grimace, you are staying at an inn, not related to like a tavern inn that one that Velen would run, but You wake up. You're kind of sore, stiff in the back a little bit. You do like a little stretch, a little like neck cracking. Everything's just fine. You had sort of an odd vision though the night before, during your sleep the night before. You kind of saw a constellation in the sky, and if you want to give me a knowledge nature. If you're able to.
I'm looking for it. There we go.
It was a
Five.
pretty constellation. It was real pretty. Kind of snake-like.
There were stars and everything.
There were stars in a line, and it was fancy.
It was bright.
but
And
for
shiny.
some reason, that seems to stick with you in the memory of just like, why that constellation? But
It was sick.
You do have a need to go back to where you need to, where you have for some reason there's it's also an island there, and you keep hearing the word Frontenac. You're not sure if it's like pronounced Frontenac, but it's spelt and sounds kind of weirdly, but it seems to relate to that island specifically, and it's kind of drawing you there.
Oh. Well, I'm big on the whole signs, signals, word from the gods thing, so I take that shit seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So
I'm a spiritual dude.
Yeah. So I mean, you get ready. All of you get ready for the day. But I'm going to focus on our friend Grimace here for a little bit. What do you do after you're all ready to go?
Well, after I've stretched, because let's face it, those tavern inns do not really make beds for Dragonborn. It was a bit of a rough sleep. And I've had some breakfast and I'm ready to go. I think I'm going to
Cool.
go out into the town. I'm going to troll the harbors and see if I can't find somebody who has some information on this island and Frontenac or Frankenac or Frankenfurter or whatever the hell it is.
Yes. If you can do a perception check for me.
Happily. 6.
From what you can tell, there's not a lot of ships around and not a lot of sailors around. But you continue going down. You see one tall ship near towards sort of the like obviously richer end of the piers, and there's one single ship there. You're not sure exactly what that is, or whose ship it is really, but you see
Does
it's
it
a
look
ship.
like a friendly ship, or does it look like a nasty ship? Like, is it fairly well taken care of?
Calamity, how would you describe your ship?
So Calamity's ship, which is known as Chaos.
Oh, that should tell me something right there.
With a K.
Oh, that should really tell me something right there. These people can't spell. What the hell?
Wow.
Maxwell
Shade.
As
Smart.
always, Calamity rides in on Chaos. It is very well taken care of.
Oh, lovely.
In the sense of Calamity treats the ship like her own child.
Oh, okay. This is a good sign. I do love to be comfortable.
So it's a nice looking ship.
Nice.
It's a nice looking ship. It's got one of those little mast things with a little net at the top, and so it's got like a nice little crow's nest. It's got different banners of burgundy and gold and black, Calamity's colors.
Lovely.
Very nice colors.
I have to confess that I am a sucker for burgundy and black myself, so I think I'm going to check this place out, maybe give it a knock on the hall. Hello, is anybody home?
Actually, the ship is actually in full swing, and there are a lot of sailors making sure provisions are going on and off the ship. Sorry, I was going to describe it as well, but I'm just like, well, she's already there. Cool.
I was going to say, nobody would be able to hear my knock. Never mind.
I mean, it doesn't prevent you from knocking.
Yeah, I just rolled a 4. No one does. Just some passive perception. When you do head
Story of my
towards, when you do head towards the gangplank to get onto the ship, someone does notice you because, well, Dragonborn, they
Yeah.
they don't expect to see you a lot, and they're just like, "Oh, um, are you one of the volunteers?"
Yes.
Deception or some kind of deception roll, please.
Sure. Oh, give me a sec here.
We have a request from chat to use less ship jargon.
Never.
Darling,
Alright.
if I'm gonna throw one of those seamen over on port side, you're not gonna be able to tell which is left or right.
Don't even get me started on what keel hauling is. Okay.
That way.
Yes.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, I see that. He looks for a second and just thinks, "Yeah, okay. Yeah, just report to the quartermaster, and yeah, he'll get you. Just tell him what your capability is, and he'll get you all suited up."
Aye, aye.
Aye,
That was easy. These people are stupid.
aye. Did you say that out loud?
No, that's my inside voice. I'm doing commentary for the audience. I know where I'm coming from.
Oh, I love
They
it.
can't
I love it.
spell and they can't tell that I'm not a volunteer. This will be great. I got this made.
Granted, you got Jim's brother John, which, by the way, original naming. Yeah. So the rest of y'all, what do you do? Let's start with. Yeah, let's start in order we did before. Steve, what do you do?
The drunken sailor.
LaForge is going to make sure that the rest of his crew is together. So he's going to knock on people's doors.
Who do you knock on first?
Yeah, who's first?
I think you're on the ground floor, right? So.
I believe so, yeah.
Are you even able to get up the stairs? Let's be honest.
Oh, I have tank treads for feet. I'm fine.
Oh, that's good.
Probably like Mike's character first.
Okay, so you head all the way up to the second floor, and
I'm going to have to
Mike,
deal
you
with the
hear-
cat.
Yeah, I hear ya. No worries. You hear a knock, knock, knock on your door. Mike?
Throw the door open.
It is LaForge, and it looks like he's just moved on to the next person, which I think, Birno, I think you're also on the second floor as well, if memory serves.
Yeah, so
You hear a loud, like,
nursing the splitting headache from the hangover from last night. First thing is put my pants on, then I go answer the door.
it's LaForge, and he's moved on to the stairs and head downstairs.
Right.
As the previous night before, Velen, you see Birno stick his head out and just
You see the nose first. It's incredibly large.
no interaction. Okay, great. So LaForge carries. Unless you want to, that's totally fine. Just the two of you just like lock eyes. LaForge moves on to the first floor, and unfortunately, Claire, he's found your room. And he
Oh,
knocks.
joke's on him. I'm not in my room.
Yeah, poor
Mike!
servant. Poor servant maid opens the door. It's like, yes. Claire, where are you?
In the kitchen.
Nice. What are you doing in the kitchen?
What am I doing in the kitchen?
Yeah.
I'm making breakfast for myself and myself only of rice and fish.
Sweet. So one of the cooks, one of like the head-ish cooks, walks in and is just like, "Oh, milady, I didn't hear you come in. Did I? Can I get you anything?"
I got it. You were still asleep. I didn't want to disturb you. My dad's not going to be up for at least another 2 hours.
Okay. Probably be best if you didn't tell him that I totally missed that.
No worries.
Thanks, love.
Not a problem, Cookie.
Yeah. So I presume that each of you gets up, ready to go. Is there anything that anyone needs to get in town, or is there anywhere anyone wants to go before heading out? Kelly, you're already on the ship anyway, so.
Yeah, and I just want to know about the Frankenfart, whatever the hell it is. Island.
Oh, yeah.
Frankfurt.
All right. That being the case, Kelly, you head over to, you ask a few people because you're not too sure where the quartermaster is or even what a quartermaster is. But you finally find them, and essentially they're a half orc, tattooed from where the belt of their pants is up. So if there's blank green skin, it is tattooed.
Rose, I'm
That's a
going to
choice.
interrupt you for a second. We're being rated by Table of Horrors with a party of 16.
Nice. High Table of
Sweet.
Horrors. Absolutely interrupt me.
Hello. What do you want?
That'd be my question for you there. You're one of the volunteers, are you?
I am. I thought I'd just take a look around. I've never been on a ship before.
Obviously, definitely very much a landlubber. Do you
I love my land.
do the magic stuff?
When the mood strikes.
You a healer at all?
More like the opposite.
Well, medicine or something like that. I assume you'd be useful anyways. All right. I
have Band-Aids.
Perfect. That's more than we have. we don't even have that. He introduced himself as Throg, the
Nice to meet you.
quartermaster Throg, or he also responds to quartermaster as well. He wants to make sure that you get all set up, and he sends you down. He sends you down specific instructions because you've never been on this ship before, down to where the cook is on the ship in the galley, and to set up shop there. The cook will help you set up or get you whatever you need. Their name is Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lovely name.
And he tells you that they're going to be sailing to they're going to be heading to the island of Frontenac anytime soon. That name rings a bell.
I've always wanted to go there.
Good. It's a non-stop trip there, so
Fantastic.
fine.
I'll just go down and introduce myself to Jacqueline, if you'll excuse me.
You head down into the galley, and you see this very portly-looking woman, dwarf woman actually. She's got some whiskers on the side of her face, and speaks in a very, very thick dwarven accent. And, just park your stuff down here, darling. It's all good. And she's getting things ready for the early breakfast. She's got a pot going of some kind of gruel, some kind of like oatmeal kind of a thing.
You got me excited when you said pot going, and then you ruined it.
all right.
But okay. I'm with you.
And it's a big, huge stock pot, and she does have her own little step ladders to go in there. Cuts up whatever it is, and then pops it in.
That's adorable.
Smells it, tastes it, and it's all right. I'm Jacqueline, but you can call me Jacques if you like. Well, you're new, and also clearly a bit of a landlubber. You don't seem to know your way around a ship very well.
Yes, I'm glad it shows. I do love my land. My name is Grimace. You can call me Grim. I have never been on a ship before. I am been sent down here to help you out. Did you need me to help you out?
Oh, an assistant. Lovely. If you can start peeling those onions over there, that'd be fantastic.
Sure.
And she just goes right back to her work, and she just doesn't even pay. Just expects you to pick up a knife and go.
Sure. I can do that.
Oh, thank you, Grim. He was just a sweetheart. And blows you a kiss, and then she carries on.
Onions, of all things, it had to be onions. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I will work my way.
Right. Well, as after the confusion, the group of you gather near the ship. Yeah. Claire, you
Yes,
are there.
yes, I'm here.
Everyone else sort of saunters in. Actually, Velen, you're there as well. You probably would have found Claire on your way to the ship after everything had all been done. Birno as well, and then tailing in afterwards is LaForge, who is taking care of Cat right now. Yeah. You approach the ship, and as you do, you see Captain Calamity. Why don't you take it from here and describe what they see?
A bit of a tall woman, but that's because she's wearing boots with heels on them. She's wearing leather pants, a burgundy shirt with a leather overpiece, long blonde hair, eye patch, the other eye is violet, and wearing a captain's hat.
You are greeted by the statuesque, towering figure that is the captain.
So,
Calamity.
Hello.
Yep, Claire and Calamity, you would know each other, of each other.
I'm guessing out of all of them that the hunk of metal isn't Claire.
Well,
So,
does anyone else
No,
introduce
obviously.
themselves? Apparently, Claire and Calamity have.
Apparently. Is this down in the kitchen or is this up
This is topside.
up on
Topside.
top? Okay, so I've finished peeling all onions and I'm all set to go. Cool.
You're up
Hello,
and you
Captain.
see this group of motley folk, and yeah, you introduce yourself to the captain as well.
Hello, Captain. The name is Grimace McFeisty. I've never been on a ship before, but I work hard and I'm here to help you out. Here we're going to that island over there. Sounds interesting.
oh,
What's it all about?
who let you on here?
That guy over there.
And do you point to the guy that you met initially, or the quartermaster?
John.
John just goes and walks away.
Oh wow.
Jim.
Seems a nice lad. You've got a good crew here. I'm a landlubber. You probably noticed that, but I do love water. I drink it every day. I'm very happy to be here. Whatever I can do to help. I'm just trying to hitch a ride over to that place over there. I'm willing to work my keep.
Oh, can't hear you, Michelle.
Oh, we lost you.
Why would you want to go to Fucknut?
I just really like the name.
Why are you questioning free health, Calamity?
Because, you know what? Free doesn't always mean free.
Which dictionary are you reading?
The non-landlubber version.
Ooh.
I didn't even know Calamity could read.
At this point, the quartermaster walks up. The rest of you, big burly, half naked, half orc. It's like, Captain, we're ready to make sail.
Is this all of your escorts, Claire, or do you need someone to grab your luggage?
This is all of them.
I have a feeling I got stuck in the middle of something here. Sorry.
Come on,
Just-
princess.
Go back down to the galley. It's all good.
He's just like.
Just-
After the awkward moment there, you all make
Come
your
along,
way.
princess and company. Are you guys just gonna just stand there gawking? You know, you could just hire an artist, take a picture. It will last longer.
Are you in need of assistance?
This is gonna be a long trip, isn't it, Captain?
You know, I don't have time. I don't have time for your incompetence. Name yourselves.
I am
As you're boarding the ship.
LaForge.
Caitlin Lutz.
Noted.
I'm Birano.
Hey, look, it's nice too.
Birano. Oh, quite the personality you have.
Okay. So we have our we have LaForge, Bjarnos. I mean Bjarno. And what was
Velen
your-
Thundersoul, Captain. Permission to come aboard.
Finally, someone who knows some goddamn manners. Welcome aboard.
Do you happen to know how to sail a ship at all? Just in case we have someone who does, but
Excuse me.
well,
I mean,
Are you
navigate
trying
by
to
the
replace
stars.
me?
no, not at all, Captain. Just just in case anything should happen. Rum being one thing.
You mean
keep the rum in
navigate by the
the
stars?
same-
Feel the flow of the current beneath your decks to guide you on a moonless night? Yeah, maybe.
I'm sorry, I got lost in your words. What were we talking about?
Yes, I can sail your ship.
Ah,
You don't
Wonderful.
need to be a poet about it.
but it's
Doing
just
some
so
unsolicited deck talk.
Life is poetry. Besides, you heard the captain. She spreads her semen all over the
Okay.
Oh boy.
Life- Life is rum. Speaking of which, you keep it in the same cabinet in your room, right?
Nice.
That's what we call a safety hazard. I bet you would know all about those.
Bitch, I am a safety hazard. I'm gonna steal your rum stash now. I go forward,
Okay, darling.
Oh boy.
Amazing. um,
You can come and drink with, you know.
2 questions. 1, where did that come from? 2, how many more?
And first question, yes. And second, Calamity.
Yes, it's exactly. It's like what do you keep in your pants? Calamity.
What do you keep in your shirt? Booby trap. Booby trap.
Oh.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Um, we've known each other for a while. You know the one place you don't touch is my uncle.
I'm just happy that she's not drinking my alcohol for a change.
I'm just
And-
interested
and
in
you
that. It's the
know-
only place that you don't touch.
But we all know a sober Claire is a boring Claire. I want to get drunk.
Oh fuck the hell yes.
Can confirm.
That being said, Captain, I assume you'll be in quarters then.
I will seek to entertaining our guests for now.
Mm.
The princess's father's paying for the alcohol, so.
Oh, in that case, have at her. Sorry, Velen? Velen, did you say?
Yeah.
We'll have you at the helm. At the wheel.
Okay.
The big wheelie thing.
Yeah. Just
Drives
wondering
like-
why the captain wouldn't be at the helm.
Chaos drives like a dream. Just take good care of her.
Mike,
Okay.
it's called Why Not? Your character can sail. I'm gonna give you stuff to do.
It's called I took.
What?
It's called I took the hint.
I mean,
Just put the ship on cruise control and have a drink.
yeah, just tie it off and. Yeah.
Please avoid the tentacles.
Wanted a map to the tentacle-infested waters. You could have just asked.
Oh God, let's
I
not
mean,
go
the-
there
Where,
again.
where do you keep that if you keep your gun down there?
This would not be advised.
I've seen enough hentai. I know where that's going.
Same.
keep things like that in the drawing quarters.
Is that what you call them?
Huh. At this point, the quartermaster barks off a bunch of different orders, and people who respond to those, the sails are flared open. Vellum, you make your way very casually, as if you've done this for years, right to the helm, and you take a quick look of what everything is. You're given the amount to turn things, and you do so. Can you give me a knowledge nature?
That's not going to go well.
Or anything that might assist, because I do not see your character sheet at the moment.
Oh, not bad. 17.
And you were like,
And that's with a -1.
I've got a -1, so
yeah. That was pretty damn good roll.
No kidding.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell by the wind that they're catching it just right. You take a quick glance around the water around you. It seems a little choppy and might make the ship go a tad slower. You figure because no one's really seeming to be paying attention to it. You figure if they, sort of glance it from the side, they'll be able to avoid any kind of rocky start or anything like that. That's up to you to share with as necessary. The quartermaster is just 5 feet away from you.
I'm just assuming that they would already know this stuff. Being
That's a good
already
assumption.
Aboard ship, and hopefully not completely incompetent.
Well, I mean, you'd hope.
Not
So
completely.
this basically means we're going to be making less time.
There'll be a delay to start, but yeah, you figure you want to make plenty of time to get there early evening as opposed to middle of the night.
Yeah, I'll let Throp know.
He takes notice and goes, "Oh, good eye," and asks you to adjust as you see fit, and you do so. With that, as the rudder makes a land into the water, you feel a pull of it, and you maintain your strength. I need to do a strength check for me. Please don't let that be a negative.
Oh no, it's
Okay.
strength check or saving throw.
Just a strength check.
Oh, 11.
Yeah, you maintain fine. This is nothing new to you whatsoever. You maintain kind of whoa, and back straight again, and you're good. It's just that current's kind of pulling a little bit, and oh, okay, let's just make sure she balances just fine. Each and every one of you feels the ship pull as the ship starts sailing away, and it is a fairly majestic sight. If you're from the port, seeing from the port, bunch of people are. There's a few people who are from town who are waving after you guys. A few of the village children. Velen, you recognize a few other patrons as well. If you take a quick glance back, which you can. Yeah, we are sailing.
We found the plot.
Arr, mateys. Okay.
So,
Onwards to the story.
Alright.
so
Okay, so each and every one of you, can I get a perception check, please?
Mm.
Actually, can I get 2 perception checks? Each.
Perception check. Cool.
The first one was a natural 20, and the second one was just a 14. So
Okay.
it's a 24 and a 14.
Keeping in mind that you're also in the captain's quarters
Mhm.
with Claire.
I also have the alert feat, which means I cannot be surprised.
Yeah,
Well-
you have a big, huge port or.
She is the captain, right? So she probably knows exactly what's going on with her ship at all times.
Yeah, pretty much.
My
But the
first
rudder
roll
moves
was
slightly wrong.
my first roll is an 18. My second roll is a natural 20 for a total of 24.
Okay, so captain's quarters is you can basically see out to the whole deck, and you can also see like from one side there's a window that looks out into the deck, and the other side there's a view of the where you're coming from. Basically, you can see in front of you and behind you guys. You guys cannot really see anything before Claire does. Calamity, you do notice that there are dark clouds on the horizon, but they're just if you want to do a nature check.
Ooh,
Excuse me, sorry.
19?
Okay. Mike, I'll say you notice as well because, well, you're facing front. Yeah, there are dark clouds on the horizon, and if you also want to do a nature check as well, I'll just narrate what Calamity knows, which is... Yeah, you know this too. You know this too, apparently. Man, that's working out for you. You, as far as you're aware, they're nothing but harmless little storm clouds. Storms are natural to happen around this time of year. Let's say like early spring or late spring going into summer squalls and stuff. And because essentially Gaia's pool, which is the entire sort of world that it is mostly water. Storms do tend to happen quite frequently. So this, and Calamity, you know the ship can handle herself in the storm, no problem.
Might be a little bit of a bumpy ride there, princess.
I can handle the sea.
So what actually brings you out to... Actually is bringing you out to... I know my joke name for it, but I'm trying... What actually brings you out to Frontenac?
There's a wedding there. Noble wedding. Dad was supposed to go, but he's busy, so I'm going instead.
Oh, you must have pulled a really short straw. You know weddings are so boring.
Oh, I know. And I have to be on my best behavior. I roll.
Please tell me it's not a dry wedding.
No, there's a bar.
Open?
Last I checked,
You have the invitation with you still, Claire.
I pull it out.
You noticed, Calamity, at the very bottom, it is underlined and circled. Ooh, props. That is circled and underlined. Open bar.
Yeah, open bar. It's almost like they invited me personally.
You know, if you need an
It's a trap.
escort, I heard open bar. I clean up.
Oh, trust me, I know you can.
Mm.
Remember the corset and the bustle?
Mm.
Ooh, the beat move one.
Mm-hmm. The one with the boning.
Mm.
Ooh, yes.
All right, Grimace, I'm going to give you a perception check just to listen to the girls. Why not?
Mm.
It's going that direction.
I'm a healthy
Beer
male
no?
dragonborn, I'll have you know. I'm in the prime of my life.
Beer, no, you as well.
Apparently, I'm healthy, but I am not very observant. But,
see.
boning.
You have you have a feeling someone's talking about boning, but you're not too sure.
That's pretty much all I need to know, really.
I am loving that the chat is like saying that Calamity and Claire have dated in the past. It is giving me serotonin. I don't know why.
Out of character. This is going to be Michelle time. I'm all for it. If you want to consent to that,
I consent.
consent is bae.
And that's how it's done, folks.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And now we know why there's awkwardness. X's.
I will get to you two in a little bit, just a second. Yeah, Beerno, and oh
Grimace.
god, your name's Grimace. Thank you, Grimace.
It's all good.
You two are actually on I want to say the left side of the ship, facing forward. So yeah, facing forward. If you're facing from where Velen's standing on the left side of the ship, catching some of
On the
that
port.
nice breeze. You encounter each other.
Two ships passing in the night, so to speak. So, you don't look like you normally travel by sea either.
What makes you say that?
Nothing in particular.
Get used to this, man. But this is such a good concept.
Nothing in particular. You just you seem to be a landlubber like me. What brought you aboard the ship?
Oh, I'm no landlubber, but we're off to a very boring wedding that may become super dramatic very quickly.
I like drama.
I'll stick around.
Who's getting married?
Viscount Velver and the vivacious Roxanne.
That's a lot of V's. Cool.
It's too much. It's too much alliteration. This cannot be allowed to stand.
Hence the drama. I gotcha. Okay.
Birno, you do have an invite in your lapel as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I may as well show it to you then.
Oh, that's very fancy vellum.
They even wrote it in vermilion.
And oh boy. Grammar says you're looking it over. It is actually very, very well written. Flourishes unnecessarily, like flourish upon flourish upon flourish.
Lovely penmanship.
And yeah, you do know the name of Roxanne on there.
That's a lovely name. Do you are you acquainted with either the bride or the groom or the other?
I know the bride quite well.
That's so.
Yes.
That sounds like drama. Is there a story there, or I mean, we are strangers, so I understand if you don't want to go into detail.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens.
What are your guys' passive perceptions?
Oh,
Velen as well, your passive perception, please.
12 for me.
Sorry, one sec, just bring up the character sheet again here.
Yep, no worries. In the
Passive
meantime-
perception would be 3.
Okay.
It's at least plus 10, so wouldn't it be a 13?
Oh, is that how it works? I've got a plus 3. Is
Yeah, your passive is 10 plus your perception.
okay, so 13 then.
Okay. And Mike, Velen's, please. Passive
passive?
perception. Yeah.
Passive perception 14.
Hey, and LaForge?
13.
Okay. Carry on. Just noting. You said it, Kat.
I can't say I disagree.
Aw.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, this is my very first time on a ship.
Beer, no, you notice. Whatever it is, it's showing.
I don't know what makes me out to be a landlubber, but I love my land.
You feel kind of like the ship under your feet kind of just be like, okay, it's moving, and everything else is moving, but the ship's not moving. Should I be like, you're trying to like also balance on it as well. It's kind of like
I
when you
also
like
don't
walk
ride
on the.
I don't ride horses either, which is why, yeah, this is Dragonborn are just not good at being rocked.
Yeah, you're
This is
used to
not my
walking. This whole ship thing is really. I mean, considering that you live in this area, you just kind of stick to land usually.
It's very disconcerting. I'm not gonna lie. It's cool, but it's very disconcerting. So is this a boat or a ship or a?
Sorry, out of character. I don't know how to advance the plot here.
No worries, I got it. Hang on.
Okay.
We're just making small talk until the until
Right,
the
okay.
DM.
No
Small
worries.
talk's often the best talk, though.
True.
How's that weather?
From above. From above. I see the two of them lollygagging on the main deck, and I shout down to them, "Unstep the mast!"
Unstep the what?
Burrows and braces.
What am I bracing?
Untie the thing.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Well,
it's
why
the
didn't
thing.
just say
You know,
that?
it's the thing that needs to be untied.
That. No, not that. No.
I untie all
Yes.
of the ropes.
Untie that.
Birno, you proceed to untie
Just
all the
untie all
ropes,
the things.
including the sail, and one sail
No,
goes
no,
flapping
just
in
the
the
ones
wind.
attached to the mast. All
Oh.
of
Tie that back up. No, yes, untie that one. Ugh.
Okay.
Tie that to that.
I'm
Not
just enjoying this
that.
too much. I'm
Yes.
distracted. Okay.
Okay.
Why didn't
Okay.
you just say so? Jeez. Bracing and masting and just speak English.
Sparks start coming out of my hands.
Hmm.
We're steering into the storm.
Intimidation roll.
Oh my.
Oh no, I'm not trying to intimidate.
No? Oh, okay. It seems like it.
Nope.
Just frustrated with us.
It's at that point where actually two sort of like
Lightning bolt.
weird, fishy looking like creatures, kind
dear.
of like, you know, those like costumes they have for like the frog characters and stuff like that from like Pantos and stuff. Kelly, I think you might know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like
so something
literal frogmen.
Little literal frogmen hop onto there, and that's where Jim shrieks, and then an alarm is sounded. In Calamity, you see this, and as well as Claire and Velen.
Now,
There's a total of 4 of them on deck.
Oh, good.
yeah,
Oh,
you need to
goody.
stay down here.
How close?
For you, Velen, they're sort of on the lower main deck where Grimace and Birno are.
Oh dear.
I would say
Okay.
about 20 feet.
Okay.
One of them has popped up sort of 5 feet away from both you, both Grimace and Birno.
I'm assuming we've noticed them.
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
Sure.
And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are they armed or what?
Well, they have webbed, clawed hands and feet. And when they notice one of you, I think they noticed actually Grimace. You know, curse the landlubber. One of them approaches
Stick
at
out.
you just very menacingly. Initiative, everybody.
Who goes there?
It,
Where am I at here? There we go.
I rolled a 9, so that's a 17 initiative.
Hey, just give me 1 second. Just having somewhere to write it down. Sorry, you said 17?
Yeah, I rolled a 9, and my initiative's plus 8. Alert's a great feat.
No kidding.
Right. And from
Handy dandy.
and from the
Listen,
players.
somebody's fucking up.
From the other players, we just
I sense a disturbance on the force.
Disturbance on my ship.
sorry. Let me
That's the
just
more
get.
important part.
Oh shoot, wrong button. There we go.
So under Rule 20, it says that I wanted to send the result of this to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Oh
Yeah, mine says the same thing.
Do I need to
It's not.
redo that, or are you okay with
just-
the 17?
I'm okay with the whatever you guys you got. I'm not using the turn tracker on there.
Okay.
I'm just using this.
Yeah, every time you roll initiative, you're gonna get that error because we're not using the tokens. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
I got an 8.
Okay, just about done, guys. Sorry, one sec.
Yeah, no worries.
Perfectly fine.
It's been a while. I've also done this on a laptop previously before. I think in the future I'm just going to ask you guys what your thing is, and I'll arrange it that way. All right. And since actually you've not been unfortunately cursed, Grimace, you're the first to act. You have this frog thing that's coming towards you.
What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do?
Pop quiz hotshot.
Shoot the hostage.
So that actually comes out of LaForge. But then he like kind of sparks a little bit, and he's like, "Are you in need of assistance?"
Yeah, actually. At the
yeah, you
moment-
appear sort of next to the other, like the one next to you, or actually like next to you, or closest to you, LaForge, is 5 feet away. The other two are kind of menacing John and Jim, seemingly the only two other named crew members that I've thought of at this point in time.
Very seafaring names, though. I mean, let's face it. There were a lot.
Would it surprise you if their name were Hawkins? Anyways.
There were a lot of Johns and a lot of Jims at sea. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my light crossbow. I do like a crossbow.
Sweet.
Are they advancing, or are they just kind of going doing their froggy thing?
The one looking at you is definitely advancing on you.
Okay, if he's advancing on me, I'm gonna shoot him right in the face
Yeah,
with my crossbow. Back off, dude.
it hits. They have no armor.
Well, no, they're frogmen.
Yeah, they have no armor whatsoever, and they think you're just unarmed, stupid ships. They realize they messed with the wrong ship.
No,
Yeah.
no. Don't be doing that.
So, yeah, you aim to one guy, and you kind of get right in the eye and blinds him, and he kind of backs off a little bit. And in fact, he backs off to another. He kind of like just stops kind of in his tracks. Just you got him hit in the big one glass eye, like, and he's like not very happy about it.
That's got a smart.
Yeah, it does. You can
Good.
tell he's not happy about it. So LaForge, the one that's 5 feet away from you, sees you, and he's going to attack. What's your AC? Never mind, he doesn't hit.
doesn't matter what it was, he doesn't hit.
I rolled a 4, so
That's way smaller than my 18 AC.
yeah. So
Holy crap! You
so
got tank Chedge and he's the tank.
Well, yeah, like
this
my
thing goes
with the
to-
Warforged, my armor is basically welded to my body. Like I can't take it off.
yeah, so because he doesn't seen anything like you before, he just assumes that you're unarmed and everything, and he swings at you with a clawed hand, and it grinds against metal, I assume.
That would be a correct assumption.
It's a good assumption, yeah. So it grinds against metal, and he just goes,
Are you in need of assistance?
and he's frustrated.
Nice. Murlocs. Excellent.
The other two are struggling with John and Jim, which they seem to be doing too well. The one next to you, next to you, Grimace, actually switches targets, and the other eye sees Birano and goes to hit. Oh, what's your AC?
Oh,
there,
it's
Beer.
sick. AC is 14.
Unfortunately, it hits.
Okay.
And he goes for one claw because the other one's occupied with the crossbow bolt in his other eye. You take 4 points of damage as his claw comes sweeping down, and you turn slightly just to get the ruffled shirt out of the way, but he gets on the sleeve of it.
Not my wardrobe.
Not the wardrobe.
Not the ruffles.
Calamity, you're next.
Calamity sensing something wrong with her ship. gonna go figure out what's going on. So I'm just gonna use all of our movement to try to get to wherever it is.
Cool. Yeah, bust open the door. Not actually bust open the door. You just kick the door open. Hurry down the flight of stairs from where you were, and are on the main area. And what you see before you is the two frog-like men going after John and Jim, and they're having a bit of a hard time. LaForge has one in front of him that looks at him and his claw confusedly. You see one with a crossbow bolt with Grimace and Virano, and Virano just got a swipe on his arm.
I care more about John and Jim.
Fair. Totally fair.
So I'm going to pull out my gun and I'm gonna shoot.
Jim.
Anyway, it'll be really easy.
I'm gonna shoot,
I mean-
I'm gonna shoot the closest frog creature to Jim and John.
Which one? There's like one on each of them. There was four
I'll
altogether.
take one on John first.
Okay.
I'm
he
I'm
is
just
close.
saying I was promised props for this particular shooting thing. There we go. Okay.
Ooh, it clicks too. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually made of metal.
Oh, sweet.
This was an anniversary present from me to my boyfriend.
Aww.
That you stuffed down your bodice.
Makes it even better.
Where else are you
I'm
gonna put it?
pretty
Arbulast.
I'm sorry. Where do you keep your guns?
sure- I'm pretty sure a 23 hits.
Definitely.
We
all
just
of you
became a
on-
D&D meme. Does a 23 hit?
all of you-
Um,
Here's the thing. They got an AC of 13.
Okay.
Got it.
Uh,
And
six-
I'm gonna allow that attacker usually, if it's a tie, the attacker wins in my ruling. So in case anyone's following at home, that's what I'm gonna be sticking with. Yeah. So everyone on the ship. By the way, not sure how many of you come across guns or gunfire, but you hear this loud as a bullet comes flying through. And what's your damage?
that is 6 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, bullet flies through one of the, like right through its shoulder, and he growls and gurgles almost like it's like constantly underwater, and it's distracted enough that it kind of looks at you, but it's still dealing with John, trying to see where that came from. He is bleeding.
I'm just checking.
He's not having a good day.
I mean, he just
kinda
got shot.
He kind of regrets going after this ship in particular, as do the rest of them, as they're slowly finding out. Birano, you're next.
All right, so this guy that clawed me, I'm gonna stab him back.
That's fair. Turnabout, fair
Stab
play.
away.
So I've got a rapier. Is there a way to do sneak attacks with the rogue on this guy, or I guess he's too aware of me?
Not on this guy. He's aware of you, but he's not aware of Grimace.
Well, attacking him anyway, because I don't care if it's tactically unsound. I want to go and hit the bastard that hit me. So here we go.
Okay, so you kind of go blindside it in that case then.
Blind with rage and hot-headed and attacking him.
Yeah, you definitely hit. That was a 17 that you rolled.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it beats their 13.
Right. Oh, so
Oh, and then you can just
it doesn't
click-
auto do a damage, does it?
Yeah,
does it?
no, you have
I
to
haven't
click on
set
it
like
to
that. You
get
have to
your
click,
damage.
click on the rapier, where the word that says rapier. There you
There
Oh,
go.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and this guy, you stab at him. And you thrust with quite a great flourish as you do, and right through the ribs, right in between the middle of the ribs, and when you pull out, it crumples to the ground.
Well, I am the best swordsman.
And that's the best way to a man's heart.
Through the rib cage.
Or a frogman's heart, as the case may be.
Right. Actually, Bethany and Steve, who has the higher dexterity?
Uh,
My
What are your
initiative bonus is 3.
probably her. My
Okay.
dex
Oh.
is... Where's my dex? There it is. I have a 10 dex. Yeah, she probably
Definitely
takes it.
if she gets the bonus of +3 on there. Yeah. So Bethany, you are next. What do you do?
I follow after Calamity.
Yep.
I'm not too sure how much of my movement that'll take.
The surveyed scene that I described, you get the exact sort of survey. By this point, though, Birno has taken care of one of the guys, and it's crumpled into a kind of like a weird spineless fishy mess on the deck.
Okay, but there are still 3 up.
There's still 3 up. One looks like it took a hit from Calamity's gun.
Okay, great.
As you did hear a bang.
If I can, I'll attempt to bite that one.
So you just run up and just sink your teeth into it.
Are we
Run up
using
and poke my teeth into it.
the new Unearthed Arcana stuff? Are you a vampire?
No. I'm not taking its blood. I am just trying to bite its throat out. I'm pissed off.
Just roll, honey.
I'm rolling.
Bitey, bitey.
Oh,
Hey,
it's
if-
sass
if
back
she-
at the DM. Sheesh.
If she licks this toad and it's hallucinogenic, will she start tripping out?
Nice.
I got a 14.
You just manage it where like John kind of like bats it with like his fist as best he can, and kind of steps back a little bit dazed, only to realize all of a sudden, oh shoot, someone else is coming towards him, and you sink your teeth
Into John.
right into the upper shoulder just above where Calamity shot.
Ooh, John.
Go ahead and roll me some damage.
14 necrotic damage.
Oh!
Are you not a vampire?
No,
That's
12.
definitely
12,
vampire behavior
12.
right there.
12. I miscounted that. 12 necrotic damage.
Okay, I was gonna say he explodes, but like, shit, girl, shit.
He's one hell of a bite. Damn.
Yeah, and he does also crumple to the ground because you, when you do bite in, you tear off a good chunk of like his arm falls right off, and
Ew.
as does he, as the necrotic damage just knocks him out.
And I just gained 6 temporary hit points.
Are you sure you're not a vampire?
She's either a vampire or she's hallucinating his
100%.
hit points. Like there's
Oh,
only
I know
two
that
answers.
hallucinogenic
You
hit
do,
point.
you do feel yourself kind of trip a little bit.
Allow
Just
me-
a little bit. Just a little bit. This is.
I mean, I've been drinking, so.
You've also been drinking, yeah. So
I've
Allow
also
me to
been drinking.
rephrase the question. Are you a dampier?
No, I'm not a dampier.
let me rephrase.
Damn.
Speaking of Steve, your turn, LaForge.
Well, LaForge looks down at the thing that just clawed at his chest, and he's confused.
As is.
No, I'm
You named this
looking
one
at the
Claw.
confused person. I'm not confused at all. LaForge leans in, and a section of his like side opens up, and his warhammer kind of slides out, and he grabs it, and he looks at him, and he goes, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me."
Roll the hit.
And I'm gonna hit him. Warhammer, there it is. No, it's the 1d8 because it's only one-handed right now.
Yeah, you definitely connect. That was an 18 to his 13.
So I click on that to do the damage. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
5 bludgeoning.
You find that he's not so much. He's kind of squishy-ish, so you kind of see his head kind of go as your warhammer connects. But some viscera looks like it does not kind of reform after you lift it off. He looks like he's taking kind of a bit of a hit, and he's kind of like, we've gone from confusion to
Concussed.
why are there 2 of you right now? I have 2 left fins. What is this? Melon.
I'm deeply disturbed at this point. the barfly turns out to be some kind of blood-sucking vampire.
Not a
There's-
vampire.
There's eel-looking fish things all over my ship.
Yeah, what are you serving in that bar anyway?
Apparently, blood. I guess. I don't. No. So what's the scene look like on the main deck?
On the main deck, Claire is just bit someone to death. Warforged has kersplatted quite comically one of these guys, and the one that was harassing Birno and Grimace is also dead. We got two dead fishies. Yeah, two dead fishies.
Am I within 15 feet of any of them? Fishies. The live ones.
The one that's on Jim currently. Yeah, that's Jim. Jim's is a bit far away, but you can move closer. I can allow you to move like at
But
least.
then I
like-
would have to let go of the wheel.
Happen.
You know the wheel can be turned and adjusted, right?
Yes, but all right. I just wasn't sure how stormy the weather
You-
was getting.
It's not
All
that
right, I
bad,
moved-
right? It's not
I
that
move
bad
within
right now.
15 feet. I move within 15 feet, and I'm going to cast Lightning Lure as my round action.
Cool. As in, you become
Which-
sort of like a beacon to lightning. If I to understand that correctly.
Of a sort.
Cool.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. There. It basically, I create a lightning. Sorry, yeah, it's a lash. Basically, I reach out, grab it with a basically an arc of lightning, and I pull it in towards me. It has to make a strength saving throw against my DC, which is 13, or gets pulled 10 feet towards me, and then if it lands within 5 feet of me, it takes a D8 of damage.
And we have our Marvel fan service, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Wait for it.
You are Thor. Yes. What do you do with this thing of lightning?
I thought he was Wonder Woman. I thought it was...
Yeah, that's a lasso of
He does
truth right
spin
there.
quite a bit.
The magic lasso.
Yeah.
Lasso of truth.
Sorry.
What do you do with this arc of lightning that you've now collected?
I grab a hold of the closest, the one that's on Jim.
Yep.
I shoot it at him. I pull him in.
Oh, and you pull the fish thing.
I'm pulling him straight towards me.
Oh, sweet.
And then
okay.
when he gets within 5 feet of me, to make sure, I'm going to Zephyr strike him.
Okay. I'll let you roll that and narrate what.
So he
Grimace
has
and
to make a
Birno concede.
strength saving throw against 13.
Okay then.
Otherwise, this whole thing doesn't work.
Nope, he does not do it. He does. He is a squishy viscera that is very busy with trying to push Jim overboard. Grimace and Birno, you notice that as Velen makes his way to the same level as you guys, he holds out his hand up, seems to like reach and grab something, and then points it towards the one finny guy looking at thing going after Jim. The thing sort of like recoils a little bit and is sent flying towards Velen.
It takes.
Strike.
Holy shit! Did you see that, Barry?
Oh, we saw the electricity go around it, or does it fly with no
Basically-
no visible force?
Reaches straight out from my hand as an extension of my arm, and it basically, like this big arc lightning bolt,
Right. Okay.
reaches down, basically surrounds it, and then sort of yanks it back towards me.
Well, heck, I mean, everyone can kind of see it if they're not busy with anything at the moment.
And my other hand glows a bit with some sort of arced lightning around, and as soon as it gets within 5 feet of me, I uppercut it.
Right, roll your damage.
So there's that from the lightning. And then I have to roll an attack roll.
Got to admit, that's kind of badass.
Yep.
Non-armed strike. Which hits.
Yep.
And it does an additional D8 on the Zephyr strike.
you need to roll another d8, or is it that plus 4?
So another D8 and a D4. A D8 from the spell. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 4 from the lightning. So 12.
Ooh, nice. I mean, that's a really neat combo for a wizard. It's a really neat combo for a monk. And I can't figure out what you are, so it's pretty cool in itself.
Yeah, so that epicness just happened. Still standing, but even it is as shocked as you are, and just kind of like.
As shocked as he is.
And again with the dad jokes.
Something for everyone. It's on brand for us. Grim, we're back to the top. Your turn.
All right. So we've got 2.
You got
left
one
so far?
shocked individual, and you have one whack-a-mole.
Yeah, but they're both still kind of semi sort of standing.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, not to be outdone.
I mean, you saw that flourish and flurry. I'm pretty sure, just like posturing. I'm pretty sure it's
like-
posturing.
Well, that's pretty darn cool, but I got some cool stuff too here, dude. So I'm gonna try. I just added this to my skill list, so I'm hoping that this pops up properly. I am going to use my chill touch. Are you gonna work? 120 feet. Oh, I didn't realize I went that far. Sweet.
Chill touch.
It just hits too. Which one are you aiming at? Sorry.
I was going for the one that Velen shocked all the hell out. I was like, oh yeah, well,
Okay.
check this out.
Yeah. Roll damage.
So there. 8 necrotic. He's having a bad day.
He's having a bad day. He's still just standing. He kind of takes the knee and is just like, "Oh God, first lightning, now ice." If he could talk right now, he would cuss the hell out of both of you.
God
Come
damn
on,
it, I need a
guys, I'm
Tylenol.
fished out of water.
Some things you don't really need a translation for. Like,
No.
if somebody's giving me shit in a foreign language, generally you know it.
It's a universal language. It really is.
Yeah.
This one is gonna try and
if they're
take a-
yelling, you can figure it out.
This one's gonna try and take a swipe at each of you, and both of you. So like one claw on one of you, and one claw on Dylan.
Well,
And your ACs, please.
for me as well,
Yes.
13.
And
Mike.
Dylan?
10.
They both hit.
What was the number that hits me?
Oh, what did I roll? I rolled a 16 and an 18.
Oh, okay, never
Your AC is
mind.
10.
Blowing up, I can cast shield.
Sort of the sacrifice you get for being a bad character.
Well, that means you're not a monk. I mean,
No.
you're just a wizard who's punching like a monk.
Maybe you took a level in barbarian.
Yeah.
You're just
Thinking about it.
flexing.
The only problem is he's level 1, so that would make him a barbarian.
Okay, I rolled a high and a low.
He wouldn't have all my cool lightning powers.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I was making a total. Not an average. Yeah. Both of you take 4 points of slashing damage as it just gah,
Ow! You're
slashes
the
at
one who
both
came
of
up
you.
here.
And unfortunately, Velen, he gets your Philly fast. You're Philly shirt.
Gasp.
We'll have to bury it at sea.
Oh, that's just
Not the frills.
unacceptable.
Yeah, and Grimace, you get just on the stomach, just like, ow, shit.
That's smarts, man.
The other one's gonna go for you, LaForge. One of the other, like the last two.
Oh, shit.
And he whiffs it bad. Like he tries to go for like the head, but he's like, "Geh, geh." He just can't reach your face. He's like, I'm gonna go for the face. He can't reach the face. He's so fucking tall.
Are you in need of assistance?
I could use a boost.
Hey, we've got a ladder down in the galley.
Sweet. Hurries down, comes back up.
Sets the
no,
ladder against my chest and scrambles up it.
Still wouldn't have done any bit of damage. Would have been just hilarious just to do.
Just for the principle of the thing.
Calamity, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to reload.
Yep. That can honestly be a free action for you, I would say.
I'm gonna reload and I'm gonna shoot again.
Bang bang.
I hit.
Damn right.
15 plus 22.
Does a 97 hit?
Does a 97 hit? Michelle, you're rolling percentile. I know!
Oh boy.
Let's go with the Eldritch die. 12 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, the, which one are you aiming at? There's
The one
one in
that's-
front of Velen and one in front of LaForge.
Whichever one is closest to Claire.
That would be the one, I think, to, in front of Velen.
Yeah, that one then. Because if it's closest to Claire, that can
Yeah, so with that kind of hit,
Well, she actually might not be alive if she's a vampire. But...
I am not a vampire. You.
Velen, Velen and, Grimace, as, the creatures has, slashed you guys, and then you kind of see it just go as, bang, right through the head, and it falls sideways.
I could have done that.
And if you
just
both
didn't
look
want.
over where it came from, you see Calamity just,
These revolver oceloting this.
yeah. Turn order. Birano.
Right, so there's one guy left.
One guy left, and he's kind of trying to reach LaForge's face, and LaForge's just standing there
Can I backstab sneak attack this guy?
yeah, definitely. He's busy with LaForge.
All right, let's do that then.
It's just LaForge with his hand out. I'm sorry, microphone, I keep hitting you.
Mine's
Whoa,
right here.
that was a nice one.
Holy, let's see. Yeah, yeah, that's a hit.
I
Does,
should hope so.
does 70 hit? I'm not sure.
And then sneak attack is roll another 1d6.
I believe so.
So 16 damage total.
Sweet.
Yeah, that fucker's dead. So
That's what you
Um,
get.
yeah, so with the swiftness and skill that is of your reputation, Birno, you sort of zigzag, side stalk, and rapier through the chest. Some blue gunk viscera kind of sprays up along LaForge. Just up
It's raining, right?
Not yet.
Oh.
You're going towards the rain. It's not raining yet.
Well, I am the greatest dueler in all of France.
And the thing just hangs just as your sword just pokes through its chest.
I grab it under the arms, and then I just turn it sideways off the ship and drop it.
Oh wait, I want to have frog's legs for dinner. It's a delicacy in France.
At this point, you hear someone from the gangplank coming, hurry up, and it's the little dwarf cook. Sorry, did someone say frog's legs?
There are 3 other options.
Take your pick.
Ooh, lovely.
Let me just get my crossbow bolt out of the one fella's eyeball there, and we're all good.
And you like a description of body gore, don't you? Oh, no, I'm kidding. No.
No, that's okay. I can imagine.
You pull it out, and it's gonna be. Nope.
Nice sound
Uh,
effect.
You're welcome.
I just want my bolt back.
Yeah, so
It's my favorite
Jim,
boat.
Jim and John look to you guys gratefully. Yeah.
On.
Well, that was interesting. Does this always happen in a sea?
Why did nobody run reconnaissance?
Also, Calamity. There's no set of the quartermaster anywhere.
Uh-oh.
He should be on deck as well. That should have been like his first responder as well. He's not on deck. And you're definitely heading closer and closer towards a storm. You will know you'll have to take evasive maneuvers, which I can describe out in a second.
You want me to avoid the storm?
You there, and she's gonna gesture to the one who had been driving her boat.
That'd be Velen.
The blue one.
That'd be Velen.
Okay. I keep hearing like a different name every time, so he hasn't been.
Velen.
Velen.
Yeah, it's Velen.
Velen, you go find the quartermaster. I can drive the ship through the storm. And Claire, please go down into the non-alcoholic quarters.
Sorry.
We're also an 18+ game, ladies and gentlemen. So everyone in between.
Do
I just
I
have the mind of a 12-year-old.
Yeah, it's true.
Do I have to?
Alright.
Your dad's paying for the alcohol. If I can't get the alcohol if you're dead.
He's got a point.
Fair. For you, I will go down to the dry cabin.
And for the sake of just making everyone in a Twitch chat happy, aww.
You and all your friends get someplace safe, and I'll drive the ship in the storm. Except for you. And she points to Valen. I don't know what the fuck you did to my mast while you were up here.
It's your crew. Hire better sailors.
Ooh, okay, then suddenly the tension you can all cut with a knife, and you're all just like,
I have killed men for saying less than that.
You're gonna come
All
drive
right.
your ship, or you're gonna keep talking?
Oi, Velen, go look for the quartermaster.
I'm waiting for her to
Please?
take the wheel.
You can let
I'm
go of the
handling-
wheel for 30 seconds. That's how ships work. Your incompetence amuses
Spin
me
it.
to a sense where I'm
Let go and I
questioning
spin
my
it.
sanity.
okay, so the base of the ship kind of stays in one place. The front kind of
The
goes.
whole thing just goes. Hi, Captain.
So are we
Now
doing
you're
like a
kind of
wheelie,
like
or
now you're kind of like starboard side, and you can see the storm's kind of approaching, and you're
Yeah, and then-
sideways towards
Plant-
towards the storm.
And Calamity's gonna play it off as if that was entirely on purpose,
Oh yeah.
as part of the maneuver that she is going to do.
Oh yes. Okay.
I do have proficiency water vehicles.
Okay.
So, what type of roll would you like me to roll for ship driving?
God damn.
Remind me, is it a bonus that you have on there?
Yeah, I have a proficient. I get to add my
Yeah,
proficiency bonus.
Okay, I would say honestly, roll a d20 and on top of that.
Okay.
If anyone has the amendments and addendums, note them to me, and I will make sure for next time. Otherwise, that's how I'd roll it out.
Grimace is getting very uncomfortable. He's going to go down to the galley.
That's an 18.
Oh,
to...
bring one of those frogs, darling.
Yeah, Grimace, go listen to Jacqueline. She knows what she's doing.
Calamity, sorry, what did you roll?
18.
Okay. Head up, you kind of just like sort of Vellum as you pass by, and you start steering the ship, and you can kind of continue where it was going. So you turn and gradually you get sort of like diagonally away from the storm towards your best shot is just to drive through it, and everyone just batten hatches. So we'll get to that in a second. Storm is approaching, if anyone is paying attention. Velen, you were asked to look for the quartermaster.
Sure.
Do you know where the quartermaster is?
No clue.
Sensing that little cabin boy Jim kind of points towards the an opposing underdeck that is the opposite end of where you saw the little chef pop her head up. And he's like, "Quartermaster down there, sir."
Okay. Go get him for me, Jim.
I really can't, because he's kind of and he's. Could you come with me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you both
Nice.
head down. He's a
I
little.
set up a shocking grasp on my hands just to basically make him glow.
Okay. Oh, that's actually really cool. So,
Yeah, don't touch. Keep moving, kid.
Ow.
and he kind of leads the way and just like, yeah, it's just down here. So it's this is his oh, and the sight that you see looks like there was some kind of a scuffle. The room is an entire mess, which, if you know orcs, it's not this much of a mess.
Green.
Also, the porthole where he would have gotten some light is smashed. But he was also a kind of a biggish guy. You got a glimpse of him when he was on the ship.
He wouldn't fit through the portal.
No,
But he's not here.
no sign of him whatsoever.
Huh. Anything in particular look like it's been rifled through more than anything else?
Nothing really rifled through. It kind of looks like something was just like a wind tunnel of some kind, just tossed a bunch of stuff around, or used some of the bigger like chests and stuff like that, rumbled through the entire thing, and it was messed up that way.
Wasn't me. So.
No, you were upstairs the whole time. I saw you, sir. I don't think it was you, but this is where is he? This is not good.
Go tell your captain he's gone.
Aye, aye. And he kind of goes and hurries up like his little small self. What do you do, mate?
Do a bit of investigating, I think.
Oh,
Or,
roll me
I
an
don't know.
investigation check.
Absorb it perception-wise or something. I want to see if there's basically anything that looks more amiss. Something obviously suspicious. I don't know. But if it's investigation, I'm gonna fail miserably. Ooh, 9.
And as I say as well, 9.
9.
It's
Nine.
it's a messy room. It's messy. It definitely looks like something's been thrashed about. It may not have been necessarily the chest per se that is actually kind of toppled over, but it I don't know. There's something to do with that porthole that just the glass is smashed in, not out.
But there's no evidence of like, is there like a lot of water footprints? Some kind of.
There is like some water, but a little bit that it must have been like either happened a while ago or it was something small. You probably presume it happened a while ago while the combat was happening up on deck.
But there's not enough for like one of those eel thing or those fish things to come in through and.
I mean, they might have
Flopping
squished.
around.
They might have squished through, but they would have had a hard time.
Plus, the quartermaster would have been here. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Quartermaster could definitely
Alright.
handle himself just fine.
Fascinating.
Calamity
Over
is
here.
actually back on deck. You all remember that you were also told to batten down hatches and given the order. There's some other underground and cabins that you guys can go into, or if necessary, if there's rope nearby, you can tie yourself to the mast, and you'll be just fine. For those of you who have seen any kind of old-fashioned sailing films or action sailing films, I have. Yeah, Calamity. The storm is approaching, and you can definitely feel the wind sort of pick up. And if your hair was done up at all, it whips it so hard that your hair is just flying back behind you. Your hat firmly and very characteristically still is on your head. Tricorns, because they're designed that way, will stay on if the wind's blowing right front. Claire, yours is looks like it's, at this point, it looks like the musketeer style kind of thing. So the one side's kind of flapping a little bit. But you kind of hang on to it a little bit as you're running off. Birno, yours is your fancy new hat that you got from the last episode. Does a similar thing.
Oh yes, my
holding on-
plumed hat. Yes.
Yes, and it's a very nice plumed hat. Also expansive.
All right, I'll head below deck then.
Yeah, I think you, if you so choose, you can head towards where the cook is, which that smells wonderfully of frog's legs.
Yeah, that sounds. I'll let my nose lead the way.
Not
Oh, your
hard.
nose. It always knows.
Not hard. Jim comes up and he yells best he can over the thing. He's like, "The quartermaster's missing, Captain. It looks like you're going to Salone."
What?
"The quartermaster! He's not there! He's gone!"
I swear if this was like 2 months ago, where you said he's gone, but he just ended up being in a different room, passed out, I will be very upset.
That's where Jim kind of realizes, oh, there's like other places he could look. "I'll be right back!" And
Did
then
you
like
look
goes,
everywhere?
and he ignores that and runs back down to Velen. And it's like,
if I can overhear that, then I'll actually quickly go back above deck to do a quick man overboard check.
man, I would say just give like a good
Just
perception
looking for
check.
it, yeah.
I would say. Yeah, just do a perception check. I would say.
Oh, if Jim wasn't so adorable, he would have been thrown overboard months ago.
I know so many men like that.
You kind of see John just go.
There is still time to do so.
Wait until we get to the tentacle water.
Oh wait, from what you can tell, just based on the perception roll itself, Birano, there's no sign of anyone floundering or anywhere who might have been. There's just no sign of anything treading water or anything else.
Right. Well,
I'll go back above
I'll
deck.
end up spending some time up there looking for him. And,
Okay, you take time to.
yeah.
At John's insistence, who also wants to help you as well. He has tied a few to the actual mast itself, or to anything that's connected to the mast. Very, very strong and a very good knot. And he also has his tied around his waist. And he offers you the same as well. Bruno.
Yeah, once we get to the point of tying in, I think I'm actually going to go below deck at that point. But,
Okay.
Just there would be a block of time that I'm spending here, looking for the guy
Okay.
in the water.
Well, storm's moving fast, so
Claire, what do you do? You've just been told to go hide under deck, but
I go under deck, but I start actually searching rooms for the quartermaster when I hear that he's gone.
okay, do an investigation roll for me.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry, Calamity. While we're rolling that, can I get you to roll a strength check? And then I'll let you know, or let me know in just a sec.
Can I add my boat proficiency to this?
Yeah.
Cool. Now it's not a negative.
Okay, that would be a 9 for me.
Excellent.
Again, there's just no sign or anything like that. You know Quartermaster Throg fairly well. and where his usual haunts is. You even checked the places where he could have as well. It's like he's vanished without a trace.
I go to his room to take a look around as well.
Okay, Velen, are you still there?
No, I'm going above deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna swap out with the captain because she's not waterproof.
Yeah.
But I did roll a 15.
It's a tad bit of a struggle. I'm making it a little bit difficult. You have a hard time trying to maintain just the levelness of it, of the wheel. Also, you realize your wrists aren't tied to the wheel as well. If a big gust picks up, you will go flying off. You're only human.
Yeah. She is going to start to tie herself to the wheel.
Yeah, as best you can.
preparation.
Throws you off course a little bit. Once you get one tied, a little bit off, you get the other one tied. You're now tied on.
It's not on our character sheet, but it should be on our character sheet at some point. Proficiency.
I'll say as a sailor, just as a seasoned sailor,
I'm kidding. Please.
you're
do not
proficient
actually
in knots. You're proficient in knots. It's fine. I would say some of you are actually probably proficient in that just flavor-wise. It's no big deal.
Everybody's just proficiency ropes.
Oh, so well, I mean, I know how proficient enough you are.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Down, down, down. Anyways, back to the scene. Yeah, you would have passed. You would have passed Velen on his way up, and just heading towards the captain. You head down to where Jim and Velen were originally, and it looks like there was some kind of thrashing about. It's the same scene as described before.
I go to investigate the porthole.
Okay. Investigation roll on the porthole.
Please be higher. Please be higher. Okay, that's a 14.
Just heard porn music. Now we're poking around in holes.
Ow, wow.
I mean,
Ow, wow. Similar to what you saw Velen before, there. Oh, I love that one. Kelly, that was awesome.
Not just get DMCA'd by Porta.
Can you please take down your
I
video?
did my job.
Wow. Our special guest, everyone. You are welcome back anytime. Okay.
Calamity, Master of Shibari.
Oh, brother. Yeah, you see that
Yeah,
there's
just
been
go.
like some kind of wet. The glass is shattered inwards as something has come in and just as rapidly must have come out. There's not much more evidence that you get. There's something,
Only I had to pick magic, but
but it left no mark.
left no mark, so something definitely broke in.
And it's also
Okay.
fairly clean too. There's no jagged glass left. It looks like it was just pushed all the way in. There's no jagged glass left.
Okay.
It is a medical mystery. All right.
I'm going to then go to a different room to bunker down towards the storm.
Okay. I'm gonna definitely need to do some form of I don't know, help me out here, folks. Strength or Constitution. The winds are definitely picking up, and it's getting a little bit hard to maneuver. If anyone's on deck still, either tie yourself off or head below deck.
Head below deck.
Okay, Beer, you head below deck again to where the cook is and the frog's legs. LaForge, what you doing? I haven't checked in with you for a bit.
LaForge is going to be going below decks.
Yep, and you do. Claire, you're going to one of the other ones, or what's your plan?
Yeah, I'm just going to go to a free room that I know there's no alcohol in. Probably the guest cabin.
Who are you? What have you done with Claire?
You're not
I'm
there.
gonna say Calamity and Velen. You see Claire pushing through, and Claire, I'm gonna make you do a strength check.
That's a 9.
The decks are also really, really wet too, so you're being careful as best you can, pushing against the wind. John and Jim are just like close to the mast as possible. Well, Jim's below. John's sort of hanging on to dear life, and he sees you and just like Miss Claire, Miss Claire. And he holds out his hand to you because he knows this is gonna get any worse.
I take his hand.
And he pulls you in with some fairly big, strong, thank God, muscles. Thank the gods.
Penny whistle solo from my heart will go on.
Oh my God. DMC takedown from Celine Dion. I can't handle this.
Oh, Celine, it is my day of lucky.
Either pay me up, bitch, or take it down. Yeah, that happens. Fine, that happens.
No one's seen The Love Guru? Come on.
Rishka Hargitay. Rishka Hargitay.
Rishka Hargitay. Now that's going to be our takedown right
Yeah.
there.
There we go. Damn. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted.
Oh no.
Claire, you're pulled in by John, and just out of thing, like you're both facing the mast, and he kind of sort of puts himself sort of around you because you're not tied to anything. And there is a rope that's just like just grab the rope and tie it around your waist. And I'm gonna.
She bites him.
Actually, no, I have to wait for a long rest.
I just can't help it. It's in my nature.
She's a biter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would assume like he instructs you to tie off as fast as you can.
Oh,
If you can.
I do. Trust me, this isn't my first rodeo.
Okay, and similarly to Calamity, you do know your way around knots. Bow wow, chicka brown bow.
You know your way around a deck.
If you know what I mean.
Please, folks.
I mean, she's a privateer, so she knows how to get the booty.
There's the correction. Yay! Thank you. That made me happy. At this point, actually, Velen, you're heading towards the captain still.
Yep.
What you do? You're getting pretty close,
Captain,
and you'll need to do a strength check just to make sure you don't fall off either.
one of us is waterproof. I
Still the
suggest you go below
slippery.
decks.
You note that her hands are tied to the mast.
Ooh, not so good. That was a terrible roll for me.
The wind sort of picks you up. I'm gonna say you have some form of bonus and stuff like that. That the wet boards doesn't affect your steps so much. But
Could
again,
I-
you're waterproof and you're fine. The storm's not hard for you to see through.
As a storm sorcerer, I have the ability to use a bonus action to basically control wind enough to make me move. I can move up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. I'm wondering if I could pull that almost as like not as a combat thing, but sort of as a bracing against the wind.
Yeah, I'll say that probably naturally
As I move.
manifests
If
being
I
a
start
storm.
if I start slipping, I pull it up and keep myself up.
Being a storm, like if you want to, if I would say it just happens just automatically, and also your features are designed to hit or get a lot of water, including like water
I'm
raining
fine.
from on your face.
look
If
like I'm
you
wet all
wanted
the
to
time.
use that to help direct the ship and get through a tad quicker, that could also work. I'll let you do that.
I don't think it's that powerful. Like I can move water as well, but it's only like a 5-foot cube.
Okay. So yeah, you're just standing there and just.
It'd be great if
you
this
just-
boat was one of those ones in a bottle. We could
You
totally.
know?
5 feet would be plenty.
All right. Anyone still on deck? I believe that will be actually just be Calamity and Velen. Can you do perception checks for me, please?
Perception. 22.
Ew. 18 plus 4.
Oh, so you both have the same? High fives all around. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Claire, you as well, and I'll roll for John.
What am I doing?
Just roll a perception.
Ooh, 17.
Okay, you might not see it past John's broad shoulders,
wow.
but the
Hands
rest
like
of you, John, just a little bit afterwards, see 4 large pillars that just come out of the water.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Are
You
we
see afterwards, oh
steering
gods.
towards these pillars?
You're kind of going through them. They kind of happen on the side of the on both sides of the ship.
Are these pillars of water, or are they like marble pillars came out of the water?
Just wait. These pillars, though
Are-
solid at first, start
Meaty.
to wobble.
Oh, these are the
You
tentacles.
recognize these as tentacles. Here we are, folks. Want tentacles? I got you tentacles.
No, it
God.
doesn't
fucking
sound
damn it.
like this.
Some of my best friends have tentacles.
Evasive maneuvers?
Arm
You-
the cannons.
There are 2 spots where the cannons would be, but they're sort of further up underground as well.
I'm assuming you're yelling this so that people
Yes,
like,
she
yeah.
just like she just politely says to Velen, you know what Calamity says at a time like this. Arm the cannons, facing starboard and port side. Aim directly at the tentacles. Leave
I like
no
switching up music again.
quarter.
Leave only a quarter. Understood.
I don't know how I heard that from here, LaForge. But no.
LaForge, you're underneath with cabin boy Jim.
Yeah, I'm
and,
gonna
he knows exactly where the cannons are.
head to the cannon thing and have him loaded. Because I have a ridiculous idea that's probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Okay.
I
So you,
believe
s-
you.
so you see this. So you see this little scrawny cabin boy, probably no more than like 12 years old.
Aw.
Go on the cannons, pull it out with all his might, and it does. He's huffing and puffing, and sounds like he's whimpering, like he's a little scared, but he's got this. He's got to do it, and captain's orders. And then he picks up a cannonball, no bigger than like one of those like bowling balls that you get from those like 8-pin kind of things, and it's like, ooh, get in there. Packs it with gunpowder, punches it all in. Afterwards, he pushes it back in his front, looks over to you. You ready, sir?
He's gonna move out of the way, please.
Ooh. Oh my.
And I'm just gonna double check and make sure it's aimed in the right spot.
From one of
Which-
the 2 tentacles on.
Fairly sure you can't miss at this particular
Well,
point.
I mean, they're just waving there, and they're waiting for something to connect to them. It seems like they're just hanging out. I think you pick one. I think you can either pick one of the front, more towards the front-ish, or one to the back. You can angle the cannon just enough to get one or the other.
Yeah, I'll just aim it so that it aims at one of them. And then I'm gonna, after I double check and make sure it's there and make sure the gunpowder is set, I'm gonna fiery smite onto the, gunpowder.
Well, that's a dramatic way to light a wick.
Show off.
I want all the gunpowder lit at once.
Or sorry,
Oh,
searing
fire.
smite. My bad. I named it wrong. Which is, do I load it that way?
I think you just are able to click on it.
There you go. White hot intensity.
There we go. Okay.
Fire!
And I'll say it's like within like 5 feet ish. So it's this one near the front is fairly close. You fire it. The cannon goes or the cannonball goes flying through the air, a tad more flamier, and all you hear from Jim is just, "Oh," as
Wow.
this flaming cannonball just goes sailing to one of the tentacles and severs it, and then the rest of it sinks down below the water. From the top,
I think that's
Velen
my
and
only spell
Calamity-
slot.
Velen and Calamity, you see one of the tentacles just like is severed as one of the tips just flies off in the distance, and then the tentacle sinks underneath.
See what I
Um,
mean, Valen?
It's a bit flamier than what you're used to seeing, but
Totally.
I was gonna say,
So,
and
rolling
she
with
thinks it was Jim.
it's just like,
Jim's
Whoa.
a really good shot.
wow,
He's doing so
Jim's
well.
really good. He got better.
What are you
He gets
putting that?
promoted quartermaster fired.
Quartermaster Jim. Oh.
What is Jim putting in that new gunpowder mixture? I don't know.
Yeah, that's you guys. I will actually, you know what? No, I'll just storytell it out. Yeah. Are you able to? Oops. You lose somebody?
We lost
Oh no.
Bella. Big nose.
Oh, we lost. Hey.
There we go.
Business partner.
All right. So for those of you who might have missed it, we had an electric attack cannonball from Velen's side. We had Frog's Legs with Birno and Jacqueline. Make that a thing. John and Claire are still holding on to dear life for the thing to the tune of doo-doo-doo, and then we just had fire breath cannonball fired at the fourth tentacle, and now a huge hole is inside the tentacle. And it just slowly descends back into the water. The ship sort of rumbles a little bit. No other action from the tentacles whatsoever.
But the roars are very concerning.
Oh, they're scary, but it seems to take the hint and just whatever it is seem to have left you alone after a little bit. Claire and Velen, the two of you kind of come to the conclusion that it must have been some form or other of tentacles that it must have grabbed and dragged the quartermaster underwater. If you would come to that conclusion, they do seem big enough and thin enough and squishy enough, considering they went down pretty easily.
Yep.
Might I also suggest that it might not be a bad idea to patch up the porthole before any water comes in? Just saying.
How did the tentacle get the half-orc through the porthole?
Cleanly.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I mean,
And the quartermaster would not have lived through it.
but then we'd see blood all over the place.
Not
Wouldn't we? A big smear? Like you pull them out like a toothpaste tube. Wouldn't we see a whole lot of, I don't know, half-orc viscera, skin, whatever clothes he left behind, his boots?
Or it might be like Twilight
Some kind of-
County, an outline of the guy through the.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Anyway.
did notice there was a lot of wet in there for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
water.
The deep ones are rather slimy.
You hear Grimace mention the deep ones.
The what now?
The deep ones. The old gods. Just because I haven't been on a boat doesn't mean I don't know shit about the ocean, guys. Seriously? You guys are
seriously-
seafaring folk and you don't know what the old ones are?
You seriously think we just got attacked by a god and we just did damage to a god?
At this point, I think everyone's sort of gathered into the galley area at this point because it's settled down a little bit.
Somebody's got to be
Um,
steering the ship.
Calamity is still steering the ship. at this point.
Calamity's drowning on upper decks here.
She's actually doing really dang good because it's her ship and she knows it inside and out.
Stop being ignorant of other races just because they're not you.
And she's human. She's only human, after all.
But she's tied to the steering wheel. Shouldn't at least one person stay up there to untie her in case?
Doing well for a
Yeah, John.
John's busy macking with Claire over on them.
It's fine enough that Claire and John can do everything over the decks just fine. That's why I'm just like, Calamity's just fine. Most of the storm at this point is past and is passing. You guys are passing a fairly smooth sailing at this point. And you're all in the galley just gathered. Birno, you're in heaven because the smell of frog's legs still permeates the air. And with the amount of frogness from before, Jacqueline's slowly becoming, I think, more your favorite person. She's just like, I got more! Anybody else? And you see like a tray of just like cooked little frog's legs.
Well, I mean, considering how shitty my strength roll was, I probably should have a bowl.
And like a little frog leg soup and stuff like that. She just cups you one with a little. There's no spoon with it. It's just a drinking bowl.
Oh, that's Dragonborn. I don't use cutlery. Come on. I do that with claws.
We're cutting close to the end here, so I'll just fast forward it. You do manage to maneuver the storm just fine, Calamity, and you're able to get to Frontenac within enough time. It's not early evening, but it is absolutely night. The moon is crescented and it is rising as the stars start to come out. You guys have made it safely to Frontenac. And that, I say, is where we end the game for today. And let the shenanigans roll for the wedding, part 2, next week.
Yay.
Alright.
Alright, I'm going to say thank you, everyone. And we're going to do a quick round table of where you can find everybody. Or just say your name and who you played. If you have nowhere to be contacted or don't want to be contacted, that's fine. We'll start with our guest.
Hi, I'm Michelle C. Light. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle C. Light. I also have like an Instagram and a website that's Michelle C. Light as well. I'm a storyteller, role player, and writer. You can find my writing at some of the upcoming Battlelord of the 23rd Century books. I'm also going to be doing some work with Virtual Horror Con this year. And
Nice.
you can also find me on Mondays on Vorpal Tales playing Candy in Cyberpunk Red. And you can find me on Fridays on Archives of the Dragon where I play Iris Diablo. The changeling.
Next up, Aaron.
Hi, I've been playing During the Cognac. Not available on any other ones except this one, but it was fun. Bye.
And Kelly.
I'm Kelly. I played Grimace McFeisty and will be playing Grimace McFeisty, and you can find me right here. I don't have anything just yet, but I might in future, so just hang tight.
And Mike.
Mike was playing Villain. I can be found cosplaying at Canadian Captain America. I can also be found occasionally guesting on Vancouver by Night and playing on Tuesday nights with a crew on the Evil Overlords Twitch stream. Call of the Abyss. That's it for now.
And
Into Call of whatever, you know.
Hi, I playing Claire, Claire Ancaster. I will continue to play Claire Ancaster. You can find me on Instagram. It's my cosplay art account under Dark Ninja Raven. In my bio, you'll find my link tree to any of my other socials.
And last but not least, Steve.
I'm Steve. I am regularly the storyteller in Vancouver by Night. We are not going to be doing the adjacent game this particular Saturday because I'm filming something to do with the Sabat in Shane Easton. I don't know, it's something like that. We will be doing our regular game, though, on this channel, 6 p.m. Saturday, PST. Show up, see some vampires doing some shit. There's going to be a couple of special guests that are going to be, you know, helping with their Karen issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm also in the game that Mike mentioned over on the Uberlords channel. playing a Bruja there. And I'm here on Wednesdays. Show up again next Wednesday. If you like pirates, if you don't like pirates, that's not my problem.
There's something for everyone. We just had tentacles, as well as a bunch of dad jokes and Arnold Schwarzenegger jokes or impressions as well. And a bunch of DMC takedowns, so it was nice knowing you guys. As once again, I am your storyteller and DM for the evening. Rose, you can find me on Saturday evenings at 6 p.m. on this channel as Trash Panda, your resident potty mouth gang girl. And yeah, also as Steve likes to say, if you don't know how to get here by now, I can't help you.
It's true. I can't.
We're sorry. Anyways, we're gonna head off in a traditional mighty har after the count of 3. 3, 2,
Wait,
1.
hold on. Is it har or is it R?
Pick one and just commit. 3, 2, 1. Arr!
Roseanne Barr.